How's it going, guys? Welcome back to yet another episode here. Return of episode 3 of Keeping It 120 with your co-host 12NG. And if you don't know who I am by now, I'll gladly tell you. I'm the type of guy that tells you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. And look, man, I just want to apologize, okay? I've been gone a couple days, okay? Now, the reason for that is because, well, I took my vaccine. Yes, I took my vaccine. I had to because I'm taking my girl to go see Carl G in November, so I had to take my vaccine. So when I took it, it gave me the side effects that I knew were gonna happen, and I didn't feel so good, and I couldn't do this video. And then work came and this and that, and I had all this stuff to do. But we're here now. So that's the most important part, okay? And I'm gonna real quick let you hear this video now.
The bucket. Which means every single day you got to give it everything you have as if it's your last day, and then you can't even count it. Once that day is over, when we're not scoreboard watching,
you're going to hear about a lot of things. Inky Johnson, if you don't know who that is, Inky Johnson is a D1 player, incredible football player who just had a terrible accident, became a motivational speaker and this and that. And if you haven't heard from him, I recommend you look him up, man. His motivational speeches are incredible. But there's something that he talks about there in that video that I really want to talk about. And it's that one brief moment when he talks about scoreboard watching, you know, and I feel like we do this a lot, people, myself included. We do this a lot, okay? We basically, we start getting in a rhythm where we start enjoying our achievements too much, okay? And it's to the point where we start feeling some type of way, or switching up our process, or switching up our plan because we've gained so much success, guys. Look, so much of anything is bad for you, okay? And when you get into the habit of when you achieve something or meet a goal and this and that, and you're still stagnant on the feeling of achievement, and you just don't move on, this is where we start seeing a lot of problems. Why? Because you start now forgetting everything that you planned out to be. You know, you just become and you start to do too much, okay? When we start to do too much, it just, things don't flow, okay? The point of all this is just to flow. So I'm gonna give you a little example for my people who are into sports and baseball. That's the only thing I can compare it to, because this is what happens when I scoreboard watch. Excuse me. So this is me, like, one at bat, I hit a home run, right? Boom, everything's great. You know, if for those who don't know, home runs happen when you don't want them to happen. So some of us just hit home runs and it just happens, right? Boom. But I've ran into the habit that every time I hit a home run, now I start to switch up things. I don't know why, but I've learned that over a period of time, that when I hit a home run, I try to do it every swing, and that's where I start messing up, because now I forget everything that I learned previously. I forget everything that it took for me to hit that home run and then continue on. See, I got so stuck in that one at bat that everything else that came after that was bad. In other words, you don't have that same focus. See, because at the end of the day, you're trying to be consistent, right? So if you hit a home run one at bat, you want to hit a home run every other at bat, but you forget that you're still behind. In other words, you're still thinking about that first home run you hit, guys. You're still thinking about that first achievement you had, and I get it. By all means, be happy that, I don't know, you hit 100 subs, or that you were able to sell a bunch of art, or that you got a special degree, or now you're making 100K. I get that, guys. That's a great reason to be excited, to be this and that and whatnot. But just like anything else, you guys have to just forget, okay? Celebrate it in the moment, okay? Celebrate it for that day. But the minute that finishes, that accomplishment is gone, you move on to the next one, because you don't want to lose focus, guys. Life and time waits for nobody, and one thing comes after another, and this and that, and by the time you blink, bro, 5-10 years have passed by. But you can't forget, okay? I'm not telling you guys not to celebrate your achievements or this and that, but once you celebrate it, once you got that, like great, I did it, this and that, just move on, bro. Everything that happened in the past, you can no longer do. You can no longer touch. You can no longer do anything. You have to move forward, and the only thing that you could effectively change is the present, okay? When you get so stuck back in all your achievements and this and that, because I know in this podcast, I'm going to talk about there is a way where you could, if you ever feel like you're just not achieving in life, or you feel like you're not growing in life, you basically look at your past, right? I'm gonna talk and say that like your past is a great way to dictate if you have made any changes or if you have made any growth. But we're not gonna talk about that right now. But that is a way to do it, and I can't tell you to do that and then tell you here like, hey, look, don't worry so much about your past, right? I sound like a hypocrite, but you kind of have to do a little bit of both, and it's crazy because there is no right answer. There is no plan to this podcast thing. Everything that I'm telling you here, guys, there is no way of doing it, okay? There is your own unique way of doing it. So I'm just giving you my bits and pieces of what I do, but I'm not expecting this to help every single person that listens to it. You know, you gotta find your own way of doing it, and for me, this is the way I do it. Okay, I do a little bit of both. I think about my past in times when I feel like I'm not growing, and in times that I feel like I haven't achieved anything or I have nothing going for me. Then I look to my past, because in my past I wasn't able to do this podcast. I wasn't confident to do it, but now I am, and now I'm doing it. This is growth for me, you know. This right here, you guys, this camera, everything that I have here, this is growth, and this is the way I do it. I look back, but now don't think for 1 second that I'm stuck here. Like I'm stuck here. No, I'm still thinking ahead. I'm thinking about the next episode and the next thing I'm gonna do, or what else I could do to make some more money or make some more freedom, or just show you more of me and do things that I want to do that make me happy. It's stuff like that. You see how it's a little bit of both? It sounds complicated and it sounds like I'm kind of being a hypocrite, but I'm really not, guys. Like I'm really not. I'm trying to get you guys to get out of that habit of just being stuck in one moment. Okay, there is no reason to be stuck in one moment when you have many moments that you could be in and create so much more stuff. But if you get stuck in that one moment, you get stuck in that one achievement that you have, you'll never have any more achievements, because your focus is just so into that one thing, you know. I think I'm gonna keep this one short because, you know, it's Halloween and I completely forgot about that. But now I just reminded myself, because I've just been so focused on trying to get this out there to you guys. Once again, I want to appreciate you guys. I want to thank you guys. You know, we're on the road to 50 subs. We're 2 away. So if you're new, subscribe, you know. Make sure you hit that notification bell and all that. And as always, man, if you've seen the video for 1 second, I appreciate you. If you've seen the whole thing, I appreciate you just as much. And I go by the name of 12NG, and I'm out. Peace.